good to have you on All About Feed Chat, Jordon. When we talk about nutribiosis, it's a really important factor when it comes to a healthy gut. But what is it into detail?
This is one of my favorite concepts because of how much it actually captures. Nutribiosis to me is systems level biology, and it's really giving the credit that, again, it's not some singular system that we have within the dynamics of the environment, the internal effects of our host, or even the host itself. It's really giving credence that all the levels of our organs and our systems and the microbiome and the environments and stress, it's taking all of those into account, saying they're all going to have a predictive effect together as a system, and not trying to separate and give any individual system its own weight.
But then how we ensuring the right balance?
The biggest point, again, is to work backwards, not only from nutribiosis, but work backwards from the biology that you're trying to capture. You know, again, are we going to go under challenging conditions? And challenging conditions can mean inflammation, it can mean pathogens, it can mean stress. So it's really working those and not just saying, okay, if I have a bacterial pathogen, then it's clearly a gut health problem. It's really walking it through and saying, well, if I have a bacterial challenge, I'm still going to get inflammation. And not only am I going to get inflammation, but my host cells are going to react to it. And if my host cells are reacting, then they're going to shift energy metabolism. And so it's really giving credence to all of those systems together that really are always happening, and they're happening inside of us, but it's really then putting all of them together for the total predictability of the system.
And how do we intervene? How do we improve?
Again, it's really back to understanding what is your challenge or what is your goal, what are the mechanisms that are going to be involved in accomplishing those goals, and then aligning the science through it. A really great example is looking at an infection challenge. And there's ways that we can take the infection head on, where we can really go after and help to support the health and the immune system of the animal. But we can also help support gut integrity, or we can also help to support energy. All mechanisms that are extremely well proven that we know help to take a challenge but really get us on the other side of it.
So how would we steer the microbiome in the right direction?
I think there's a lot of ways that we can look at what an intervention can be. There's certainly traditional health technologies that can have a really great impact, but I think it's also important that we start to explore other concepts like nutritional impacts for health, where we know, again, how we create and digest what we have as nutrition and how it's presented to the microbiome can have an immediate impact on supporting the health of that system, but it can also help to build energy and build energy partitioning for the system during challenges. Protease is a really great example of this, where we can help to liberate amino acids, which we know feed very specific populations of bacteria that work through the butyric acid system and not only help to regulate the immune system better, but provide direct energy to our host cells. Xylanase is another really great example of an enzyme having a specific effect against not only the nutrition that we give it, but helping to liberate more biomolecules that can have a direct impact on the microbiome, and then again allowing the microbiome to have a subsequent effect back for host health.
So a veterinary approach together with a nutritional approach, or even a nutritional approach first, can make all the difference.
It's all about working a strategy together. In my experience in working across both nutritionists and veterinarians, the opportunity that nutribiosis is really a concept that can bring both parties to the table and say it's really the best of both worlds, not only about promoting health and promoting really good management, but giving them the best nutrition to complement all of the strategies that are going on.
Well, thank you for explaining, Jordon.